full of whispers, alibis thin. Two sharp-eyed sleuths say, all right, who sinned? Has tipped low, clues fall in line. They read between the lines, right on time. Grim starts sweating when the squad rolls through. Every story tested, most don't stand up to prove. So grab your fedora, jump right in. True Crime Squad's on, and the trouble begins. Join the super squad, bonus laughs, deeper clues. Same sharp sleuths, just extra clues.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the True Crime Squad. This is Katie Weaver. I'm here with my sister, co-host, and partner in crime, Kristi Brower. Hello.
Hello. Hey, everybody. Oh, guess who else joined us today?
Well. Miss Sandy.
She's kind of been gracing us once a week.
Yes, she has. See, right now
Good
she's
job,
like,
babe.
I'm putting in my work today, so I can just...
Yeah, right.
I'll see you later.
She filed for partial retirement with HR, and since she's HR and I'm not, I didn't know.
She got it. Yep.
She did.
Well, I'm glad she's here. Well, how's it going? How was your weekend?
It's great. I had a great weekend. I was so happy to have 3 days off from this trial. It was really nice.
It was nice. Yeah.
We had a
I
lot
still
of
thought
fun.
about this trial a lot, but yes.
I really tried not to. I just had fun. I'm really working on, just as a personal, like, work-life balance kind of thing, not working on weekends. Don't work on anything. Don't work any projects. Don't do any editing. Don't do, whatever. Don't do anything. Just do fun things.
Nice.
And
like it.
I really I've been doing better with that, and so I really come back to the week a lot more refreshed and ready to, attack the week.
Very good.
What brand are my glasses? That's a question. They are...
Well, she doesn't know because she can't see it.
They are Adira. Adira.
Okay.
I know. I'm like, oh no, am I going to be able to read this without my glasses on?
Actually, take off my glasses and see things.
There's a lot of stuff. If I have to read, like, here's some glue I use sometimes. Look at the writing on that. Can you even tell that's English?
No.
If I have to read that, glasses.
No, I will take a picture of that on my phone so that I can blow it up.
Blow it up, yes. That is a really handy way.
That works. Well, very good. We went to Boise to see the kids for the weekend, to celebrate Matea's birthday. It was super fun. Matt just bought her dream car, so we were able to take a ride in it, and we finally resolved her accident from December and finally got the insurance to pay out, and good Lord, insane. But it was fun. We had a good time. But I was thinking that at one point, one of my daughters looked at me and said, "What are you thinking about?" And I'm like, the Kouri Richins trial. Just lost in thought, thinking about things, but anyway.
It does happen. We went out to brunch yesterday at this new little bar that we found, that we've all been to now, that we really like, and they do a brunch on Sunday.
Was it so good? I'm dying to go try their brunch.
So good. Their food is so good.
I'm extremely jealous.
It was awesome. Yeah, we had a great time with that. That was fun. Played with the baby.
Yeah. We've never we've had a hard time settling in to have like a place, And we were going to Burger Theory for a while, like during COVID, because it was a really good place to social distance from everyone but each other, But it just isn't, I don't know. It's not really the same anymore, and I don't know. It just didn't quite hit.
It's gotten busier, so it's just not as...
But this little bar and grill, we think it's our place. It's our place now. Yeah.
It's called the Roadhouse. I know. So original. But their
if you want to find us on a Friday night, we might be there, or we might be home in bed.
We might be.
It's hard to say.
It could be either so easily.
So easily.
Their food is so good, though. Oh, my gosh. They make beer cheese macaroni and cheese. If you're a beer cheese person, holy shit, that's good.
So good. Well, and the ambiance in there, it's gritty. It's just, I like it. I like it a lot.
It's very local.
Yeah.
By the way, this right here is an absinthe mule. So just so you know, I get absinthe on the show. If I get a little loopy.
You're going to see the Green Fairy. Oh, no. We have seen
Probably
no
not.
Patrick Swayze's or Sam Elliott's there. Not yet.
No, although it is the kind of bar where men who look like that who live around here would go.
Definitely yes. Yeah. Well, excellent. Oh, Christine found out she's going to be a grandma, a great grandma again. Congratulations, Christine. And I hope you're feeling
Congrats.
better.
How exciting.
Very cool. Well, we're glad we hung in here with you guys today because we have had 55-mile-an-hour winds this afternoon.
You guys.
It has been harsh, and we were a little worried we
It
might lose
has.
power or the internet at some point, but we hung in there, and it's starting to let up. So I think we're going to be
Yeah.
okay.
And we live in the city, and so it's not as bad here. But still, Rhonda and I took our dogs for a walk, and we have little like dachshunds, and their ears were lifting like they were just going to take off into space. It was a good thing they were on leashes because we had to hold them down. It was
It's
wild.
so bad. Well, a big old branch blew off one of our poplars and hit the top of our motorhome. So we haven't been able to go out there and like
Ooh.
really adequately make sure everything's okay. But I hope everything's okay out there. A
Yeah.
little worrisome. One time years ago, one of our neighbors' entire poplars came down in a storm into our
Oh my
pasture,
gosh.
completely
Yeah.
covered our garden, and our garden was like ready to harvest. It was a disaster. Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah. I forgot about
So
that. That's awful.
hopefully our barns are safe. You know, our little outbuildings are pretty old and fragile. So hopefully everything's fine out there.
I've
The
got an apple
skelly
tree
was
that's only
shaking
about a
really
third of a
hard.
tree anymore. So
Yeah.
I've been worried a little bit about that. Oh yeah,
Oh
your
yeah.
skellies.
The skelly was shaking really hard. Scott went out there. He's like, oh, do I try to pull it down? Do I just leave it up? I don't know. He left it up. He seems okay. So anyway,
Oh good.
that's all. But we actually have so much to get to with with today because
Today
oh my gosh.
was really something.
Oh, if you like a trial that has a lot of drama, today was just drama, mostly all day long. It was mostly
Mhm.
Nestor against everyone.
Mhm.
Holy cow. And she kind of hit the ground running, real testy with the judge the minute we started this morning. And I thought, oh God, what is going to happen today? So let's dig into it. So they covered some legal issues before the jury even came in, which was good because one of the jurors was quite late. Wondered if they forgot about daylight savings, maybe.
Yeah.
The prosecution only has a handful of witnesses left. You know, it's likely that
Yeah.
they will rest tomorrow. We'll
Mhm.
see. Some of these things have taken, I think, quite a bit longer than they thought due to 50,000 sidebars.
Oh
But
my gosh, so many.
and some real long ones. We'll share one with you. Uh, but we are hearing that Jeff O'Driscoll, the detective Jeff O'Driscoll, will likely be the last state witness. The defense has again motioned for a mistrial. We knew that. There's still some ongoing arguments about whether certain jail calls can be played for the jury. So what we haven't heard are jail calls and the portions of the walk the dog letter that are going to be admissible. Some of them are not, some of them are. Because
Yes.
supposedly it was a letter to her attorney, only it was a letter to her mother, only it was actually her just writing a book. So it's hard to know what parts of it, but I know some of it was going to be allowed and some of it was not. Either way, it's pretty damning because it's Kouri urging her mother to instruct her brother and her then boyfriend or yet another boyfriend, a guy named Lotto, to tamper with witnesses. So, well, we'll see what they let in. It's going to be interesting. So we finally get the jury in and we get Kouri Wright on the stand. Now, we've all kind of been waiting for Kouri Wright, right? He is Eric's
Yeah.
business partner. He was one of his best friends. They went to high school together. They've known each other for a really long time. And Cody is your quintessential Boy Scout. Cody does
Boy,
not
isn't he?
lie. So
No.
Cody and Eric went to high school together. They both went
Or
on
drink
missions.
or use THC gummies, just in
Yes.
case you were wondering.
Yes, very clear on that. They served missions and then came back and started this business together. And there was an incident. Eric had an incident a few years ago where he poached an elk, and Cody knew about it. He told Cody, and when law enforcement interviewed Cody about it, Cody told him the truth, and it put Eric in jail. But he was like, he's a big boy. He deals with his own issues. So do I. And I have to tell the truth. Like,
Yeah.
Cody tells the truth. And
Cody does tell the truth. Well, and also, can you imagine your business partner is getting in trouble for poaching?
yeah,
Like, what the hell? You don't want to risk your business.
Yeah, yeah. Some things we learned from Cody. He described Eric as hardworking, competitive, funny, driven, deeply involved in business and fatherhood. C&E Masonry, it was a 50-50 partnership. They had about 90 employees. These guys were pretty big time, biggish time, let's say that.
Hmm.
They had 47 active projects when Eric died. Can you imagine what a disaster Eric's death was for Cody? Just business
No,
wise?
no, because they
Just
were at that point
besides the
really
fact that
just
they were close
managing.
friends and yeah, he was, I'm sure,
Yeah,
hurting a lot, but also, holy moly, a lot of work. He said the business was growing and had a strong future outlook. He talked about a time when C&E loaned $200,000 to Kouri Richins Realty in October 2020. It was a loan, not an investment, and the company was repaid with interest. We know
Corey's
that,
face when
huh?
he said it was a
Yeah.
loan and not an investment.
Uh-huh. She looked
Oh, she
furious.
was so mad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, there was clearly drama around that. Corey doesn't like Cody.
Hmm.
We've heard this
Mm-mm.
before that she doesn't like Cody, but at any rate, uh,
That might be a compliment at this point, frankly.
right. Then they talked about the New York Life buy-sell policy between him and Eric and how he was notified that someone changed his policy and then changed it back, had testified that he didn't
Hmm.
do that. Basically, it's the same fraud that they've already talked about just from his end. This is where Corey accidentally changed herself to being the benefactor of Cody's insurance instead of Eric's and then had to go back and fix it.
That part
Um,
is so funny to me. She fucked up.
mhm.
She fucked up. She got it backwards,
Yep.
and he had said this same thing, that it's confusing between who the policy is covering versus who is the beneficiary,
Yeah.
and she screwed it up.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
find that hilarious. I will find her face while
Yeah.
we're chatting
That
here.
was very funny. Yeah.
Sanders
On Valentine's
scratching me.
Day. So one of
Yeah.
the big parts of Cody's testimony was about a call from Eric on Valentine's Day talking about what? Well, he can't really say because it would be hearsay, but we know that he was talking about getting muffed up by that sandwich.
Yeah.
And what Cody could say was that Eric's voice had the same fear and urgency he had when Eric's mother died and when Eric was in a serious car accident.
Hmm.
Then we get into this conversation about Cody saying that Eric had used illicit drugs. So we
This was
start
the
out with
best
the
thing I've ever
state.
seen.
Oh my God, this was such a mess. So we start out with the state, and he's saying he's never seen Eric use illicit drugs. He'd never seen Eric use over the counter or prescription drugs, and he did know that Eric used THC gummies. But of course, he had no idea where he got them, when he used them, how often he used them, or anything like that. So the defense hops in and they push really hard on this because they're trying to suggest that Eric, they want to prove that he had this history of pill use. That's one of the big doubts they tried to put into the jury, that he was a prescription drug addict in high school, right? They said this in their opening, that they're going to prove that, right? Whew, I don't know that they are because Cody had the defense all twisted up because they said that he said that he had heard that Eric used pills in high school, but the problem is she opened the door on cross to that.
Hmm.
And so the state went back at it and she didn't like that. That was hearsay. Apparently she could. What happened is she asked him a question twice. It was objected to both times and the objection was confirmed, and she asked the same question a third time, and he answered it before the state had a chance to object yet again. Now honestly, why is she allowed to do that in the first place? But she paid
Yeah.
dearly for it because then the state was able to jump all over it. So we're going to just watch a small clip of part of the dust up that happened there, and But you
She
can
just kept
see
talking
how,
over the judge
oh man, it got
and
real
like
bad with the
going on,
judge.
even the judge hadn't even ruled yet, which I found very interesting.
Hmm. So let's take a little look. I'll probably move this around a bit, but so what they're doing is trying to prove, because what she wanted to do is cherry pick one very
Page
small
60 is there a page and
statement.
line number you want me to go to?
If you start
And not all of the statement.
line 15.
So she's trying to prove that he said that someone told him, that Cody said that someone told him that Eric used Red Devils in high school. And he was popping pills and using Red Devils.
If you can go to the next page for me.
So we get in a large argument about what Red Devils are.
Your Honor, I'd probably
whether they are
need to
actually-
read it into the record for purposes of the record.
We'll let her.
One moment. Can we go back to page 60? Do you have it up on your screen, Mr. Bloodworth?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay.
So the part that we're seeking to examine the witness, and we submit that the state has opened the door by asking the question, has anyone ever told you Eric used illicit drugs? And his answer was no. In this testimony at the preliminary, page 60 line, beginning at line 15, and were you aware that in high school Eric had an addiction to pain pills? Answer, I did know that he participated in pain pill taking for sure. Question, you did? Answer, yes. And do you know what his pill of choice was that he was addicted to back then? Answer, I believe in high school we called them Red Devils.
Is that where you want to stop?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'm not entirely sure that Mr. Wright is referring to illicit street drugs, quote unquote, there, but I also don't know the other way. Mr. Bloodworth, you'd be able to clarify that with him once it came in. I think I already ruled on a motion in limine that this issue would be admissible, correct?
No, Your Honor, it was the opposite.
Well, that's,
yeah.
In the motion in limine,
Bring it
and
with me.
we're scrambling in the back to get
Yeah.
this now, the motion in limine briefing to you. But in the motion in limine, Mr. Wright clarified this testimony to say his awareness was from other people.
Oh, that's right.
Not from observing Eric Richins. So whatever he knows about Eric Richins' high school drug use, if any, is hearsay. Mr. Wright also clarified, it wasn't Mr. Wright that was clarified. Also, the state produced evidence that Red Devils, circa whatever it was, 2020-ish, was a reference to an over-the-counter cough suppressant that kids were taking in high school. So I think the defense is saying that that the state opened the door is unfounded.
may I respond, Your Honor?
One moment, I've got to read my ruling.
Yes, sir.
So basically, the judge had already said this couldn't be let in because it was just a bunch of hearsay.
Right.
I mean, basically,
So the ruling was that I deferred ruling on the motion in limine until after the parties have an opportunity to voir dire witness Kouri Wright or provide other evidence outside the presence of the jury to determine whether there is any non-hearsay route to the admissibility of the proposed evidence.
Thank you, Your Honor. So here's what just happened. Mr. Bloodworth asked the question, has anyone ever told you that Eric used illicit drugs?
Illicit street drugs.
I objected to hearsay. The court ruled that I had opened the door and allowed him to elicit that hearsay evidence.
Yeah, in
Once
fairness, you're skipping the first step. You opened the door and crossed
I
to
just
this
said
topic.
I just said that.
Right,
that
but
you,
I want to be clear.
Okay.
It's not just an allegation that you did. You did.
Okay.
Then Mr. Bloodworth went into it.
Okay, absolutely. I was trying to convey that. I'm sorry if I didn't do it correctly. I was not trying to skip any step. You ruled that I had opened the door. You allowed him to elicit what would typically be hearsay evidence because I had opened the door. Now it's in. Now this witness is sat on the stand. No one's ever told him that Eric used illicit drugs, and that is not true.
Illicit street drugs. Please be precise.
That's what these are. He's
Well,
claiming.
we don't know one way or the other. Would you like an opportunity to voir dire Kouri Wright about that, consistent with the court's motion in limine ruling from January?
I'm happy to voir dire him if it helps the court with your ruling. It is my position that at this point, I'm entitled to impeach him for making a statement in response to the state, elicited by the state, that no one's ever told him Eric used illicit street drugs. Here I have testimony that is contrary to that. I have a right to impeach him on that. I'll voir dire him on whatever you want, but it is my motion now that I be allowed to go into this because the state has put it there. They've put it out there. I have a right to impeach that he just testified falsely and inconsistently with what he said at the prelim. And it's very important, Your Honor.
If he, in fact, said something impeachable, you have the right to impeach him.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm not sure that he did yet. Why don't we get to that point? Mr. Bloodworth.
Your Honor, certainly we can voir dire him. I think if the court reads further down in the preliminary hearing transcript, counsel asks.
You know I don't have that ability, so if you could cite me to it.
Oh, do you not? I'm sorry.
No. I don't have control over what they're showing me.
I can email it.
If there's a docket entry you want me to look at, I know that it's in the docket.
Sure, it's page 61 that I thought was on your screen. It's on my screen.
So
It is now, yeah.
at the bottom
So
of
at the bottom of page 60, I guess we just read from the middle of page 60.
60, line 15 through 25.
Correct. If
Yeah.
the court keeps reading to the top of page 61, Kouri Richins says he has no idea what Red Devils were.
He says prior to that he is very aware that Eric took pain pills in high school. He says that clear as day.
Why don't we just ask
But
him
are
what he
Red
knows?
Devils pain pills?
We can, but
Oh, you don't want that. You want to just use this.
I want to use this, and I want to do it in front of the jury. I
But
don't
you
want to
want
give a
to, you don't want
chance.
to just put it in. You want to ask him questions about it, right?
No, I just want to. I want to impeach him with this document only.
You
That's
don't
it.
have any foundation that Red Devils are illicit street drugs, though. So you need that foundation
Pain
for
pills
this.
would be.
But that's not illicit street drugs, and that wasn't the question. This is an important difference. Nobody's asked this gentleman
Your Honor,
or shown that
If you buy pain pills,
please
I'm
don't
sorry.
speak
I'm
over
sorry.
me
I'm
so
sorry.
that you have a clean record.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
If there is an impeachable statement by this witness as to whether he's aware that Eric Richins took pain pills at any point in his life, this would be directly relevant to that. But we need a non-speculative foundation for the idea that Red Devils are illicit street drugs.
So the pain pills that they're talking about, if they are
Who's they?
taken, if that is being referred to in this prior statement, the
Red
pain
Devils.
pills that, well, he says pain pills and then he says Red Devils.
Okay.
So my understanding, according to this, is that Mr. Wright doesn't know what Red Devils are, but that's what they called them in high school,
Seems accurate.
which is clearly saying these were not doctor prescribed, these are illicit drugs that he's using in high school. So
No, there's some distance between a nickname called Red Devils and illicit street drugs. And I don't know what the Red Devils he's referring to are, but it doesn't automatically mean they're illicit street drugs.
if you use pain pills without a prescription, that is illicit street drugs.
It is not, and you know that to be true.
I disagree, Your Honor.
It might be diversion of a prescribed substance, but it's not illicit street drugs.
They've certainly heard testimony from Mr. Crozier that he's selling oxycodone on the street that came from prescriptions. That's illicit street drugs.
I'm not sure you want to take that position going forward, but I don't, endorse it in any respect. Certainly, we know
I
that
think he knows. He
diversion
must know.
of prescribed legal medication is different than purchasing on the street prescription medication is different than purchasing non-FDA approved substances on the street. There is a range of conduct here, and the question asked by Mr. Bloodworth was specific.
Can we read back? Can we get it read back, what he asked? Do we have the transcript of the exact statement that Mr. Bloodworth just asked him?
State courts do not create transcripts.
I think we have someone doing it live right now.
When you say we, who are you referring to?
Ms. Payer,
She's not a court employee. I don't know what you're referring to.
if you can give me 5 minutes, I can email her and get the exact statement.
Sure. While that occurs, I'm going to use the restroom. We'll take a recess until 10:35.
All right. We're going to try and move through this.
This is so funny. This whole thing. Her just assuming that red devils are referring to pain pills, and she doesn't know the difference between illicit drugs and prescription drugs. I'm a little worried about her.
Thank you for that break. A little bit more context here for this discussion. As we discussed on the record during the hearing on the parties' various motions in limine, the topic or the concept
I know
of
this is kind of
whether
long, but
Eric
it's worth it.
Richins used
It is absolutely.
pain pills during his lifetime, prescription or non-prescription, illicit, that is relevant. But at the motion in limine hearing, and as I sit here right now, it's unclear as to whether there's any admissible evidence that he did. So, Ms. Nestor, I think the correct course forward, based upon where we are right now, is to allow you to voir dire Kouri Wright regarding his knowledge of the topic that he discussed at the preliminary hearing. Having heard or known or learned somehow that Eric Richins used pain pills in high school and they were red devils. If that reference is to prescription pain medication, it impeaches Mr. Wright's testimony on the stand today that he's never known Eric to use prescription medication. If it's illicit street drugs, it impeaches his testimony that he's never known or heard about Eric using illicit street drugs. If he doesn't know what red devils are, we're all just speculating, including the jury, and that's not permissible. Mr. Bloodworth, any comment there?
Your Honor, I think Mr. Wright's testimony, let me grab the question. Was that he had never seen Eric Richins use prescription drugs or illicit drugs. Okay.
So let's see what he says on voir dire to see if it actually impeaches that or not.
Correct.
Yeah. I'm sensitive to the precision of the questions you were asking at various points.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything further, sir?
No, sir.
All right. Ms. Nestor, anything before we invite Mr. Wright back in for that purpose?
No, sir.
I'm going to wait for Mr. Bertram to whisper in your ear.
Go ahead, call back.
Okay, very good. May we invite Mr. Wright back into the courtroom, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Please do. Please do.
Mr. Wright, thank you for your patience. If you take the stand for me. If you'd like a glass of water, you can pour yourself one. You are still under oath. Ms. Nestor has a few extra questions for you, and then we'll see where we go from there. All right.
May it please the court?
Please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Welcome back. So we want to just dig in a little bit to the question that you were asked on redirect. when Mr. Bloodworth asked you if anyone had ever told you that Eric used illicit drugs? And I believe he said illicit street drugs. Does that sound right? Or do you recall?
Did he say illicit street drugs? Is that what you're asking?
What was your understanding of the question that he asked you at the very end about whether you'd ever heard about Eric using drugs?
Illicit street drugs.
Right. What was your understanding of that question?
If anyone had ever told me about him using an illicit street drug.
Okay.
Now, I'm not in the drug world. I have no clue what most
said
drugs
explicit.
are categorized as. So
Did you talk to anyone outside in the hallway while you were waiting?
I did not.
Okay, just checking. Okay. So at the preliminary hearing, we asked you some questions about whether you were aware that Eric used pain pills in high school. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And are you aware of that?
I was told that that had happened.
All right. And were you ever told about where he got those pain pills?
I have no idea where he got those pain pills from.
So when Mr. Bloodworth asked you earlier today if you were ever aware of Mr. Richins using prescription drugs, you said no.
Your Honor, that's not the question I asked.
Pause, Mr. Wright. If you would just object to foundation and restate the question for me.
Your Honor, objection, foundation.
Let me ask you this way.
Sustained. Go ahead.
Do you, was it your understanding in high school when you had this knowledge that Mr. Richins was using these drugs illicitly? In other words, not with the prescription of a pharmacist?
I need you to be more precise in that question. Which drugs are you referring to?
The pain pills, sorry.
And if you would re-ask it, please.
Was it your understanding in high school when you knew about this that Mr. Richins was using his own prescription for pain pills or someone else's?
I learned about this later on in life, not in high school.
Okay, and what did you learn?
And I learned that he had taken pain pills in high school. That's what I had been told.
Without a prescription?
I didn't get asked whether it was a prescription or not. I don't know.
All right, and then I think you said in the prelim that you thought they were called Red Devils, is that right?
That's what I was told.
And was it your understanding that Red Devils were an illicit street drug?
I don't know what an illicit street drug entails, but I assumed that the Red Devils were being abused, as that's what high school kids were doing.
So people were doing that in your school?
I heard that, yes.
And did you know what Red Devils?
Later on in life.
What did you know what Red Devils were?
I learned later on what those were, yes.
What are those?
I believe it's Sudafed.
Oh, it's Sudafed?
I think. I'm not a drug person. I'm sorry.
Okay. Could be pseudoephedrine, maybe.
God.
I have no idea.
Okay.
But that's what I think it is Sudafed being abused.
Okay.
Which are not pain pills at all.
So when
Oh,
you testified at
God.
the preliminary hearing that you were aware in high school that Eric, or you became aware later that in high school Eric abused Red Devils and pain pills, do you still stand by that today?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Your Honor, do you need more than that?
I understand Mr. Wright's testimony on the record.
Nope.
Okay. Let me just think for 1 second if there's anything else. When you answered Mr. Bloodworth's question in front of the jury that you had not heard from anyone that Eric used illicit street drugs, that's except for what you heard about in high school?
Objection, Your Honor, the foundation.
I can ask him what his intention of his answer was, Your Honor. Did you intend to carve that out?
That's a fair question.
Can you restate that? I'm sorry.
You intend to carve out from that answer what you knew about high school?
What answer? Sorry.
From the answer that Mr. Bloodworth asked you in front of the jury, if anyone had ever told you or if you had ever heard that Eric used illicit street drugs, Did you intend to not include what you knew in high school? Are you carving that out?
If I said it that I was in high school, what I've been told about Eric is throughout my life. I don't know if it was exactly in high school. I don't know if it was in my early 20s or now. What I've been told over the years is that he had used those in high school, and that's what I know.
Right. And so if I were to ask you the question again that Mr. Bloodworth asked you, has anyone ever told you that Eric used illicit street drugs, and you included all the knowledge you have all the way back through what he did in high school? What would your answer be now?
I don't know what illicit street drugs entail.
Okay.
I've been told of some drugs that he used, and that's what I would testify to, is that I know that he used some drugs, form of drugs. I don't know what they are exactly. I don't know if they're illicit street drugs or not, but that he had used drugs.
They're not.
At some point.
They're also not pain pills.
Okay. Mr. Bloodworth, anything else for Mr. Wright at this point? In terms of where to?
Yeah, Sanders cannot believe this. She is blown
So is
away
the only drug
by
that
this
you've been told
stupidity.
he used in high school the Red Devils?
In high school, yes.
You haven't heard of him using any other drug in high school other than marijuana? Let's just accept marijuana from this whole discussion, okay?
Yeah.
Please.
So in high school, I was told that people were using Red Devils. I had heard that Eric had popped pills.
Okay. And is your understanding was the pills that he popped were the Red Devils, or was it Red Devils and something else?
Understanding that a Red Devil is a pill, he popped pills, and I don't really know much more than that.
Okay.
I don't know what pills they were popping or anything to that
Thank you.
extent.
Can I just follow up on that, Your Honor? So you mentioned
My God,
in
mister,
high
let it
school,
go.
like, maybe there was
Nestor,
after high
come
school as
on.
well. Did I misread what you just said?
The horse is
said?
well and good dead at this point.
I have learned of these things through people over the years. I don't know this exact times and days that people have told me this knowledge. Eric popped pills in high school is what I've been told.
Beyond high school, do you have any knowledge if he popped pills?
I don't have any sure knowledge that he popped pills after high school.
Not sure knowledge, but if people told you that?
I have knowledge that he took THC gummies.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Thank you. I just want to make sure because I heard that clarification, and I wanted to make sure we followed all the way through with it.
Great.
As far as you sit here today, other than what you heard about what he did in high school, and other than knowing about the THC gummies, have you heard from any other person that Eric used drugs in his lifetime?
No.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to clarify that.
I need to make you take a walk again.
Okay.
Please don't speak to anybody in the lobby.
This is where stuff with Nestor and the judge get really tense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. P.S. Sudafed, not a pain pill.
No, but
It's
she
a
knows
cold
she
med.
lost, and she knows that this that she thought was going to be a good driving point for the jury is not. And boy, does she get desperate.
Ms. Nestor, any
Yeah.
further argument?
Well, Your Honor, I mean, I think that this witness has now clarified that if he were to answer the question now, he would include that he was aware Eric popped pills in high school. He also heard that people in his high school were doing Red Devils. He said he assumed that's what Eric was doing, but he doesn't know. But he has knowledge that Eric was popping pills. This whole case is about a pill addiction. This whole case is about whether
No, it's not.
What?
Eric Richins voluntarily ingested that or if he was given it by his wife. This is a critical piece of the defense. He's been
This is
allowed
a murder
to make
trial,
statement
lady.
in front of the jury that we have now found out through voir dire is not 100% accurate on one of the core issues in this case. I am only asking to impeach him. I can limit it to what he said in the prelim, We can go farther if you want us to, or we can limit it to what he said in the prelim. I'll do it either way. But I think to deny Ms. Richins the right to impeach him on something this critical to the defense and the prosecution, when the door was absolutely opened by the prosecution, would be reversible error. And we're asking that the court allow us to do that now.
Mr. Glenn.
Good God, lady.
Your Honor, the state disagrees with all of that, including the veracity of some of that. The state reverts back to what we had briefed in motions hearing, by the way, that any relevancy to what happened in high school has decayed to zero 40 or 20 plus years later. The testimony at issue is Mr. Wright's response to the question of, did anyone ever tell you that Eric Richins used illicit street drugs? To which he responded, no. Nothing in his voir dire impeaches that testimony. Therefore, bringing in the preliminary hearing transcript or any further questioning on this, the preliminary hearing transcript or any further questioning on this is inadmissible.
All right. The case has to be tried based upon admissible evidence. And on both sides of the V, there are pieces of evidence that either the state or the defense has sought to admit that the court has ruled are not admissible. I'm required to apply the rules of evidence. We instruct the jury that the rules of evidence have developed over hundreds of years to make sure that trials are tried in a fair and impartial way. This issue developed in a way where defense counsel asked a question that elicited hearsay testimony regarding what Mr. Wright had heard about Mr. Richins' prior drug use generally. Whether or not that's what the defendant intended, that's what happened. So then, on redirect, the state asked two very specific questions to characterize that volunteering of hearsay by Mr. Wright. Whether they'd heard that Mr. Richins had used THC products, and whether he had ever heard that Mr. Wright used illicit street drugs. Nothing in his prior preliminary hearing testimony or during his voir dire outside the presence of the jury on the stand is admissible evidence contrary to his sworn testimony on the stand in front of the jury. His prior reference to Red Devils, he's now clarified as Sudafed, which is not pain pills to begin with. Moreover, he doesn't have any admissible testimony that Eric Richins used illicit drugs of any kind. This is hearsay. It is speculation. It's not admissible.
Your Honor, may I just make a record?
Of course.
Your Honor, it's our position that, first of all, when I asked the question, it was not objected to by the state. Second of all, I'd like to make the record that this would be for purposes of impeachment. To deny us this opportunity is a violation of Crawford. It is a violation of our Sixth Amendment right to cross-examine. It is a violation of our due process right to a fair trial. We would be able to call, in our case, an expert who would testify that Red Devils were in fact PCP. In that period of time, they were not Sudafed. The DEA has a pamphlet on that. We're being denied that option.
In Summit County, Utah, no, they weren't.
Attack the credibility of someone who has changed. Respectfully, we disagree with Your Honor's position on this. We think he absolutely changed his testimony, and we're being prohibited the right to impeach him on the fact he changed his testimony. And I believe that the question I would ask him, if I were allowed to go forward, would be, did you learn that Eric popped pills in high school? And that would impeach what he said to Mr. Bloodworth, unrebutted and not allowed to be rebutted by me when we know that I can rebut it. And we, on our strongest way possible, we object to this. We would like a continuing objection. We move to strike all of Kouri Wright's testimony, all of the issues
Wait
that
a minute.
Mr.
Whoa. You lost me there.
On redirect, the redirect testimony.
Which piece?
Where he answered the question that I'm not now being allowed to impeach him on. We're asking to strike it at the very minimum. All of the things that Mr. Bloodworth just brought up all go to weight, not admissibility. And
What is the non-hearsay route for this witness to testify regarding what he heard, if it's coming in for the truth of the matter asserted?
it's not. It's coming in to impeach that once the court allowed him to answer that question with hearsay, to rebut the hearsay that we elicited
But
unintentionally.
what's the evidence that he heard prior to today, testifying today, that Eric Richins used illicit street drugs?
He just testified to it on the stand.
That is not true.
Okay, well, we agree to disagree on that, Your Honor.
Have you disclosed that expert that would provide a non-speculative basis that Red Devils are an illicit street drug?
We have disclosed that expert. His name is Mr. Kearney. He is on our list. He's been available. We did not know the Red Devil stuff was coming in until 10 minutes ago because
It's
we were
not
told.
coming.
Has he ever been to
Well,
Summit County,
okay.
Utah?
Well, that's obvious then. I mean, we did the best we could. We gave him our drug expert that as soon as the Red Devils comes in, we can let them talk to him about that because we sure would go into that with our expert, that we're now being denied the ability to do that. There is a key question here, Your Honor. If Eric Richins had a drug problem, and if he did, Ms. Richins is innocent, and we are being prohibited
What?
from going into that with the one person who knows. And I just
Okay, that's where
Hold
I
the
wanted
fucking
to end
phone.
it. I just wanted you to hear her say, if it's true that Eric used Red Devils in high school, then Kouri Richins is innocent.
What the fuck?
What? Kathy, what are you talking about?
Kevin,
Well, anyway,
you've been
she-
drinking your own Kool-Aid for a little too long, honey. You need to lay off the Red Devils.
Mm-hmm.
PCP? Also not a pain pill, by the way. What?
That was
PCP
insanity.
in the early 2000s in Little Summit County, Utah? Come on. Come on.
Yep. Not to mention that the entire thing is just hearsay. All
Right.
Cody can say is, I don't know, somebody at some point told me he was doing popping pills. He was popping those pills, the Red Devil pills. Yeah.
And what were those Red Devils again?
Then he says, I'm not an explicit drug expert instead of an illicit drug expert.
Yeah.
None of
And
that should
what
be
did you
even talked
understand Red
about.
Devils to be? Sudafed.
Yeah. So anyways, I know that was long, but I felt like it was worth it. So let's keep moving. But wowza. So she ended up pretty miffed at
Can I
that
just
point.
say one thing really quick?
Yeah.
This is the most Utah, Eastern Idaho, naivety, people do not understand drugs conversation I have ever heard in my life.
Oh yeah.
This tracks for growing up a
Oh,
Mormon
my
kid
gosh. Yeah.
like you cannot fucking imagine.
Mm-hmm. 100%. Yeah. 100%. If you took more than one Tylenol, you felt guilty because maybe you were doing drugs. Yeah. I mean,
Right. I mean, DARE included caffeine for us
yeah. And for my
in
kids.
the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
So
Dare
that
around here.
Sudafed was some bad shit, man.
Mhm. Well, it's a dangerous thing because Dare makes tobacco and not Dare in general, but Dare around here made things like caffeine and tobacco as bad as meth to these kids.
Oh, yeah.
They had no differentiation between the two because
Yeah.
it was all horrible, bad, dangerous. And then they'd add, I had a kid that came home in second grade one day sobbing because her mom was doing drugs because the teacher told them that drinking coffee is doing drugs. And she came home scared to death that I was, I don't know,
Yeah.
addicted to coffee. Well, guilty as charged, but God, I don't even take Sudafed, you guys.
Right. Right.
Okay,
And
okay, maybe
one of-
sometimes.
yeah. is Nestor Mormon? I don't know. I think she's trying to capitalize on some
I don't
Mormon
think
issues.
she is,
But then she referred to the Mormon Church as the Church of Latter-day Saints today.
Mhm.
And that is something that I hear non-Mormon.
Yeah.
If she was LDS, she would say the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I've heard
Yes.
other attorneys refer to it as the Church of Latter-day Saints before, who really generally do not understand it all.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she's not.
Yep.
Is she still dumb as hell?
A mention, and now I don't even know if it was her or if it was the state that said, "Okay, so you went on a mission together." No, they didn't go on a mission
Yes.
together. They just both went on a mission. You don't go together.
Right. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's keep
Yeah.
going. But that was all just wild as hell.
It's the best thing I've
Then
seen
we
in forever.
get George Matthew Throckmorton. Yep, Throckmorton on the stand. He's a forensic handwriting expert. We're talking about a question signature from that Kouri signed. Well, that they're saying that Kouri signed. So this I thought was really dry, but basically he was saying that this particular signature, and this was on a document that she had forged for money, showed no evidence that Eric wrote it, was most likely not signed by Eric, and appeared to be a simulated forgery.
Yeah.
Then we hear the 911 call. This is the morning Eric died, around 3 a.m., and we're going to listen to that.
Yes, we are. Sorry. It's the 911 call. That's what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Apologies.
I was just kicking
Let's
it over
listen.
to you.
Let's listen to this.
911, what's the address of the emergency? My husband's not breathing. He's cold. Okay, what's the address? 282 Willow Court. 282 Willow Court? Uh-huh. Okay, what's the good phone number in case we get disconnected? 435 671 4987. Okay, it's going to be in Francis. Okay, tell me exactly what happened. I don't know. I just came in. I was sleeping with my kids. Okay, I can't understand you. I need you to take a deep breath. What's going on? I don't know. I was sleeping in with my kids. I just came in our bed, and I turned over, and he's just cold. He's just cold. Who's cold? My husband. I turned the light off. And he's not breathing? He's not breathing? No. I need you to confirm it for me. Is he not breathing? No. Okay, can you do CPR? No, I don't know how. You don't know? I'm going to tell you how to. Are you willing to do CPR? Yeah. Okay. If there's a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it. No, there's not available? Okay. I'm sending the paramedics to help you now. Stay on the line and I'll tell you exactly what to do next, okay? Okay, are you right by your husband right now? Yes, he's so pale. His mouth is open. Okay, listen carefully. Are you able to lay him on the floor or the ground? On the ground? I'm just shaking. I can't touch him. I can't. You can do it. You need to calm down, okay? He's yellow. We need to help him. I can guide you through CPR. Take a deep breath from me. I'm here with you. He doesn't have a pulse. He doesn't have a pulse? No. There's no pulse. Okay. I'm here with you. I'm here with you. We need to get him help. If you need to put me on speaker, put me on speaker. I'm gonna guide you through CPR, okay? Okay. Tell me when you've done that. Okay, I'm ready. You're ready? Okay, he's on the floor? He's on the bed. Okay, are you able by any chance to move him on the floor? Let me check. Thoughts on it. I don't know what's happening. Okay. I'm here with you. Are you not able to move him to the floor? Go out. Don't come in here. Oh my God, my sister. You're not able to move him to the floor? Just listen carefully. We just need to get him on the floor. Don't worry about hurting them. No, he's just too heavy. Is he still on the bed? Yes. Okay, if there's a sheet or a blanket under them, can you loosen it from the mattress? Yes. Okay, stand at the side of the bed closest to them and remove anything under the head. Okay. Okay. I need you to pull the sheets towards you and slide them off the bed. Don't worry about him falling. We just need to help him now. Okay. Tell me when he's on the floor. I can't move it. It's just dead weight. Like it. You're not. If he has sheets under, pull them to the floor. Don't worry about hurting him. Can you please send somebody? Okay, I have the ambulance that's on the way. Okay, there's another way to do this, okay? Grab his feet. Okay. Slide them towards you until they're just off the bed. Okay. How old is your husband? 39. 39? Yes. Okay. Okay, were you able to put his feet off the bed? I'm pulling. Okay, now grab the arm closest to you and pull the rest of the way off the bed. Again, don't worry about the fall. We just need to help them now. I have the ambulance on the way. I just need you to do this, okay, so we can get the help for him. Okay. Once they arrive, they'll take over. We just need to start CPR now. You are doing great, okay? I just need you to get him on the floor. Okay, he's on the floor. You got him on the floor? Yeah. Okay, listen carefully, okay? Make sure that there's nothing under his head. Is he laying flat on his back? Yeah. Okay. Okay, just listen carefully and I'll tell you how to do chest compressions, okay? Okay. Place the heel of your hand on the breastbone. This is in the center of the chest, right between the nipples. Okay. Put your other hand on top of that hand. Okay. Okay. Stop pumping the chest hard and fast, at least twice per second, and 2 inches deep. Okay. Okay. Start counting out loud so I can count with you. Okay. We're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let me know when you're ready. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Count out loud so I can hear you. I'm counting with you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. If it's easier for you, am I on speaker? Yes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you know if the front door is open? No, it's locked. It's locked. I need you to go. Is there anybody else within the home, or is it just you? It's all my kids. Okay, are one of them old enough to go unlock the door? Yeah, it's unlocked. It's unlocked now? Yeah, he's here. He's there. Okay, we need to keep doing CPR. He's in here. Okay. Do I keep you on the phone? Yes, keep me on the phone. Go unlock the door and come back to doing CPR. No, he's here. He's here. Okay,
Firefighter Monaco is on scene. I'm beginning CPR, chest compressions.
Okay, is the ambulance there with you?
Yes. Not yet. Ambulance is en route.
Oh. Okay, are we doing CPR still?
Yes, he's doing CPR. He's doing CPR right now.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
What kind of vehicle do you have outside?
Me? I don't have a vehicle outside.
White Toyota 4Runner.
Okay, did a paramedic take over?
Paramedics haven't arrived yet. We're in the back bedroom.
Ma'am, who's there with you? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Odd? Yes. Now, is it true that none of us know how we'd respond to something like this until we were in the middle of it? Yeah. But a lot of things about that call did not add up. First of all, this was about as much CPR being done as Alex Cox did to Charles Vallow. I mean, come
Yeah.
on.
She didn't do it.
And like the chatters had pointed out, it was 4 minutes from the time she called to the time she even came close to getting him on the floor. And 5.5 minutes before she really started CPR.
Yeah, if she did. And what the EMS said is that when they started CPR, they got red foam out of his mouth. Well,
Yeah.
she didn't. So who was not doing chest compressions? Kouri.
Yeah.
She didn't do anything.
She didn't do anything. So then we have on the stand Detective Jamie Woody. Well, she was a detective at the time. She is no longer. Her testimony was rough. She didn't
the extra voices. Let's address that real quick.
Yeah.
One was that the 911 operator actually had someone instructing her. You could hear someone else in her background. Then there were family members and then other people who were coming in as this was going on.
Yeah.
Paramedics, police, people showing up.
Yep. Woody basically said things we already know. She said they'd been celebrating and had a shot of alcohol, according to Eric. According to Kouri. Kouri said they went to bed.
Because we've heard shot and we've heard drink. And this is,
Yeah.
again, this is Utah not understanding things.
Yeah.
This drink has 1 shot of alcohol in it. I think
Right.
that to them, she'd had 1 shot of hard liquor. It was in a drink, but it wasn't a shot.
Right.
It's the confusion around alcohol again, I think.
Totally, yeah. Because then at some point Moscow Mule is said, and then they find a bottle of empty ginger beer in the garbage, which, by the way, ginger beer doesn't have alcohol in it.
No.
So it seems like she made him a Moscow Mule. At some point she says that, but yeah, definitely confusing. Yeah. So she says they went to bed around 9. One of the kids woke her up around 9:30. She stayed with that kid until 3, and when she returned to the bedroom, Eric was cold and unresponsive. Woody says that Amy Richins told her in the driveway that day that Eric had previously said that he believed that Kouri was going to kill him and that Kouri had threatened to kill him. Woody said there were no obvious signs of drug use, no paraphernalia around the bed, garbage cans were empty in the bedroom and bathroom. Kouri said the housekeeper emptied them. Kouri could not remember the housekeeper's name. It was not Carmen at this point.
Mm-hmm.
After
Is it
toxicology
Nora?
came back, they got a warrant to search the house and Kouri's car. They never found fentanyl in the home or the vehicle. Eric and Kouri's phones were seized. THC was seized, as we know. The gummies, by God, the gummies.
They weren't even in his system.
Yeah. The defense tried to show that investigators were treating the house like a possible murder scene very early. It always kills me when the defense acts so indignant that the police are doing their job. The initial search may not have been as thorough or structured as expected. Definitely it wasn't. Woody did not deeply review some digital evidence herself, and the police did not search the entire home immediately. And all of those things are true. It's no question to me that the investigation wasn't great. But then we get to
But Woody
the
had
PI.
never investigated a murder before.
Yes.
And I bet she didn't investigate any other murders after this one.
Not so much.
No. She went to be a canine officer for the county.
Yep.
I don't think this was her gig.
No. Then we get Todd Gabler. And this is when the day goes from good to great. Todd Gabler is the private investigator that was hired by Eric's family, by the trust. Remember that the trust had to do some kind of an investigation because the death seemed to be suspicious. So it was their job to do an investigation into what was going on. And oh my good Lord, the exchanges between Gabler and Nestor, well, we have a synopsis. It was long. You're not going to hear it all, but we do have a synopsis because, oh my goodness. But here's a few things to know about Gabler. Gabler is very arrogant and self-assured. He comes across that way. I don't know if that's actually how he is. I would say, like Kristi said, he's kind of savant-like, or maybe he's neurodivergent. He's extremely specific.
Yes, extremely. He's played this game about 1,000 other times, is my impression.
Yes.
He's been questioned by a lot of defense attorneys.
Mm-hmm. It
So
made me
what I
wonder if
have-
they've had fireworks on the stand before.
My
Because
God.
the hate amongst them was obvious. Yeah.
Also, if you're wondering about why he seems stiff and then is eventually in a neck brace, he had a 5-level cervical laminectomy and fusion in his neck in January.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that this poor man was sitting upright for this entire time is fucking amazing. They also questioned him about what pain pills he was on at the beginning. He's only on Tylenol today, that poor man. He needed to get home. Because
yep, he said he had to take pain pills today because he wanted to be sure he was very clear for this. Yeah.
Yes. But would he still be on pain pills after a surgery like that? Oh, probably.
Mm-hmm.
At one point he said, I'm having trouble keep holding my head up, and he gets his brace out and puts his big old brace on. God almighty. But honestly, the snark on this dude rivals the snark on Nestor any day.
Oh my gosh. It was really something.
Oh, sorry.
The police never directed me to do anything, and if they had told me,
I don't know what's happening. Let's try that again.
ignored them.
Okay.
Let's just start that back from the beginning.
They sure never told you to stop.
The police never directed me to do anything, and if they had told me to stop, I would have ignored them.
Okay. So you could go in without a warrant, find something, call them, tell them to get a warrant, and they'd come get it.
I think that's an oversimplification and a vilification. I had permission to enter those premises. I had every right to be there. I didn't need a warrant. I'm not a state actor. I have the permission of the property owner. So I don't agree with your characterization.
When the cops would show up, did you point out what you were showing them? Were you usually there?
No, I was there on one occasion when the police showed up. They executed warrants when I was not there.
Okay.
Yeah. So I only remember one occasion where I found an audio recorder in a dresser drawer that they then recovered by warrant.
And you waited around and pointed it out to them?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I never touched the device. Okay. So, yeah, I would have. I don't know if I pointed it out. I think what I did was, on that date, when I saw the recorder and recognized it for what it was, which is not easy, I just immediately withdrew. I left my audio recorder going until the police arrived. I don't recall pointing it out. I recall describing to them where it was.
Okay. Thank you for that clarification. So then, there was one occasion where you found something that was a letter purportedly written by Eric called the My Princess letter. Do you remember that?
I remember a baby cakes letter. I don't know if I remember
That's it.
My Princess. Is that the same one?
That's the one.
Yes.
You remember finding that letter?
August the 9th of 2024 is when I took a photograph of that, but I found it on May the 10th of 2023 during my search of the residence.
So, when you found this letter, at some point, did you move the location that you found it from?
I don't recall ever moving the location. On the video, you will see me find the letter on May the 10th of 2023 when I'm in the bedroom, and it is located in the bottom drawer of Eric's side of the bed, the bottom drawer of the vanity. And I looked at it. I didn't think it was relevant. I put it back down on the drawer. On August the 9th of 2024, when I photographed it on the bed, I do not recall if that letter was on the bed or whether I went and retrieved it from the vanity. But there is video. The August 9th, 2024 was the episode that I described that I was called over and I didn't have a video recorder. So I was recording by audio, and and this is the same date that I recovered the audio recorder. So the letter was also photographed, and then later, I think it was taken by the police. I don't know, but...
Let me stop you for just a minute.
Okay.
You left the letter on the master bed, correct? For the police to find.
I left the letter on the master bed. I didn't know that the police were going to come for it.
Okay. And they ultimately did, correct?
Well, ultimately, I don't know because I wasn't present, so that's beyond my knowledge.
Isn't it true that you moved other things around in that house often?
No, that is not true.
Did you move a computer that you located in the office?
I don't recall moving a computer in the office, but I did not move it out of the office.
Did you put it in your Tesla?
If you are talking about the C&E computer, I did not find it in the office. That is not how that worked.
Okay. So you found it where, sir?
I found it in possession of my client who had taken it, who had been given it or taken it from Becky Lloyd. So my understanding of the pathway of the C&E computer that I examined was that it was picked up by Becky, who lives nearby and works for C&E. The C&E computer, she then went to get business files off of it. I talked with her about this. I filed an extensive report regarding my interview about the computer. And then before I could get up to Francis to get that computer, I lived at the time 250 miles south of Francis in Washington County, so it takes me a while to get up to Francis. Before I could get up to get that computer, I believed that my client had already secured it, and so I went and got it from her.
So Becky got the computer from the house after Eric died,
Yep.
right?
Correct.
Then Becky gave it to Katie,
Correct.
and Katie gave it to you.
Correct.
And then all of that, no law enforcement ever put hands on it.
Correct.
And at some point, you took it back up to the office to go through it?
No.
Right. Well, there's video of you going through that computer in the office.
Well, I suppose that I may not have remembered that I went through a computer in that office, but the C&E computer was processed at a location in Midway, and I recall that there was a what I want to say is an obvious missing hard drive location. I could see the outlines of a hard drive that had been in place in that computer. I became suspicious that the hard drive had been removed prior to me getting to that computer. I later sourced that missing hard drive to an upgrade that was performed by a computer company at the request of C&E. The hard drive contents were transferred to a solid state drive, and I did locate that inside the computer.
Okay. So can we play for the witness only clip TG10?
We're going to play without sound, right?
Yes, sir. No sounds necessary.
Okay.
I'm going to kind of wait till we get to the computer part.
Oh, you're muted. So as it turned out, the computer in question was his. That was his computer that she saw him.
It was just Gabler's computer.
Yeah, he was scanning documents into it. After all that, when she showed him the video to impeach that testimony, she was talking about his own computer. Yeah.
Nestor did not do well today, guys. Did not do well.
Oh, no. She got tap danced on. Gabler dunked on her.
Right on the face.
Oh, yeah. It was wow.
It was.
So that was today. It was an absolute mess.
Yeah.
Frankly, I wanted more of Gabler, but he's all done.
I know. I'm like, we keep listening to you because this is the best thing I've ever heard in my whole life.
I was surprised, and I know everyone has their own opinions, and you should. It's fine. But I was surprised to go over to Twitter and see how many people hated him and thought he was really creepy, thought he was really unbelievable. I was like, really? I thought he was brilliant. I really did.
He just didn't take any shit.
No, well,
and
no.
when she would make statements that were obviously condescending toward what he does for a living,
Mm-hmm.
he didn't accept it.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. He would go right
Just
back at
great.
her every time. And just the way he would hold her very specifically to her questions. Like, he was absolutely not allowing her to lead him in any way or put any words in his mouth. Like, he was the best witness. Like, holy moly. That's all. I was amazed.
he's
Now,
a
I know
pro.
the people
I mean,
who have
he's
worked with him
done
in the
this a lot.
courts hate his guts because of that particular, arrogant behavior. But wow, today I was, holy cow.
Well, he reminded everyone multiple times who his client is.
Yes.
And that was definitely very clear.
She'd
that he
ask
had
him
a job to
questions and
do.
he'd say, I don't know. That's completely irrelevant to me. She'd say,
Yeah.
well, it is relevant to me.
Yeah, they
He
made a
is
big deal
very
about how much he'd been
specific of
paid.
his job. Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
huge deal. This is something I've seen defenses do lots of times with people that are paid as associated with the case to try to, I don't know, shame them or make the jury dislike them because they were paid for their work. And I always think
Yeah.
it's a really weird approach. He worked more than 900 hours. He said exactly
Almost
on the
1,000.
stand, close to 1,000, and that he was paid about $100,000, which, I mean, he was paid about $150, I think he said, for his work. $150 an hour.
An hour plus lots of other expenses and stuff.
Mhm.
He didn't even know for sure,
No.
which makes me think he doesn't actually care at all.
Mhm. Yeah.
She pointed out that he took things to his Tesla about 40 times.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, okay, well, there are a lot of Tesla drivers in Utah, dude. I don't
Mhm.
know what you're pointing out here, but I don't know if you've ever driven to Salt Lake, but there are
Yeah.
a gajillion Teslas there.
The way she said it so many times felt like another reason to make the jury dislike him, which I thought was a little strange. But I've
Mhm.
seen this in a lot of cases where they really do pull people up on how much they made. And I always think, bro, you're getting paid too.
Right. Yeah.
What?
This is in fact his job.
It's not charity work. Everyone's getting paid.
But
Yeah.
but what about the affair and the sexting?
Oh, the sexting. My God.
I know. I should have gotten a video of that too, but I didn't.
Apparently, Eric and I'm so distraught. I tore my headset off. Not really distraught. Eric, apparently there were some text messages between Eric and his friend Bryce, in which they were saying, like, you know, sexual things to each other, you know, the
As
way
men
guys
do.
And he was like, they were joking. And she kept calling it sexting. And he kept telling her, I don't understand what you're talking about. I don't understand what that term means, apparently. And she couldn't really put it into words what the terms mean. But basically she was trying to insinuate that maybe Eric was having an affair with his best friend Bryce.
With Bryce.
Because they were sexting back and forth about oral sex and maybe anal sex and, you know, super disgusting things they were saying back and forth to each other in their text messages. But he was really
Have you ever met a man?
mm-hmm.
Like, really?
He was like, these were
I'm
jokes.
saying that as a lesbian.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's true, even if it's true or not. Right, Bethy, it's not relevant for death. But again, really trying to find a way to smear the victim. So first he's a pill addict, you know, because he was popping Sudafeds in high school, maybe, sort of, could be.
Hi.
And now he's gay because he and his best friend were saying explicit, shitty stuff to each other back and forth in their text messages.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how this lands with the jury. First of all, you could have gay people on the jury.
You could.
And they might.
You could also have very anti-gay people on the jury. This is Utah.
You could. Absolutely.
You could have a real wide range.
Absolutely. You could also have family members of gay people that are like, what the hell is this? You could also have people on this jury that were thinking to themselves, well, shit, I say stuff like that in my text messages all the time. You know, it was another very strange attempt. But the way he kept going, sexting? I don't understand what you're talking about. What's sexting? And she really couldn't tell him either, or put a definition on it. But
she wouldn't even try. He's
No,
like,
she
I don't
wouldn't try.
understand under what parameters you're referring to that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he wouldn't give any meaning to anything said in those texts,
Mm-hmm.
other than he felt like it was joking.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. That was today. The jury comes back at 9:30 tomorrow morning, but court comes back at 8:30 because they have some legal matters to discuss. I would be there for that if I were you, because who the hell knows what's going to happen next?
Well, I think there's going to be some mistrial requests are probably
Yes.
going to be
Mhm.
addressed.
Mhm.
We're going to have to get through the rest of the jail call stuff because O'Driscoll is going to be on the stand tomorrow, and I'm sure that some of those jail calls are coming in with his testimony.
Mm-hmm. And
And
the
I
walk the
think
dog
he's-
letter. We
and
think the walk the dog letter is coming in tomorrow. Hope so. If not, it's
And
not coming.
I mean, it's just O'Driscoll left. They
Wow.
put everybody else on the stand today that they had left. So
Yep. O'Driscoll, oh man. O'Driscoll and, well, I don't know who's going to be on board for the defense tomorrow. I hope it's not Richins, but maybe I kind of hope it is Richins.
honestly,
I don't
come
know.
on, Kouri, bring it on. I am so ready to hear what kind of bullshit you are going to spew. Bring it.
Yeah. Let's do that. So there you
Kouri
go.
is such a liar. There is no way she can keep her shit straight on the stand.
Right. Oh, one last thing about the private investigator. Kouri called him.
Oh, yeah.
This was an interesting exchange. Kouri called him, which he made extremely clear to Nestor, because she was trying to make it seem like he called her.
Yeah.
He made contact with Kouri, and he's like, Kouri called me. She's like, so when you made contact with Kouri, he's like, no, Kouri called me. Kouri called him, and he told her that it was inappropriate for her to call him without being represented by her attorney, and got off the phone and then texted her attorney and said, hey, she can't be calling me. That's a real propriety issue, and that can't be going on.
Well, and basically said, if she would like to make a statement to me with you present, let's do it. And
they
that
wouldn't.
never happened.
He tried and tried, he said, to get an interview with her attorney present, and they wouldn't do that. But apparently, the reason she called him was to bitch him out because he had called one of her colleagues. And she didn't like that. So just the way she called the ME to get her own answers, she called Driscoll, or not Driscoll, she called the investigator as well.
Gabler, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, January of 2023. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That was, I thought, a pretty interesting point, too. But
it's important to remember, his client is
the estate.
The trust. Yeah, the estate.
Or the trust. That's correct. It's the trust.
Yeah, he works for them.
And
Kouri most of his job,
the trust.
Yeah.
And she called their investigator without her attorney present.
And he said the majority of his case is the civil case.
Yeah.
He said, this criminal stuff, that's not my thing. He said, that's why I turned things over to the police. That's not my investigation.
Yep.
My investigation is the civil case.
Yep. Yep. Well, I could go on all day about the investigator, but we've already been at this for an hour and a half, so we're going to call it. So we'll be back at 8:30 in the morning on the True Crime Squad Trials channel. And if you haven't subscribed to that, we'd sure appreciate it if you did on YouTube. There's a link to it right here in our show notes, so it's not hard for you to find at all. It does have our old banner, our old logo on it. I don't know. Switching logos is hard, and I know some of you guys have had a hard time finding us one way or the other. I don't know what the right answer is, so.
Right now, we're just leaving it as is.
Yep. Here we are. Yep. So, we'll see you tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Mountain for, well, more of this and likely the last day of the state.
Yeah.
And then the defense says they have a week. I really doubt they'll take a whole week, but we'll find out.
I doubt it. You know how this goes.
I kind of have a feeling we're going to have open or closing statements around next Monday. That's my guess. But right, 9:30 tomorrow for the jury, Bethy, but 8:30 tomorrow for the attorneys for
and it's going to be worth a
legal
watch.
matters. Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, super chat's on. Always appreciated. Never required. I did notice someone super chatted us earlier. Told us to go buy some Red Rockets or Red Devils. Not Red Rockets. Oh my God. No, don't do that or do. I don't care. But so anyway, thanks for the Red Devil money. Yeah.
Yeah.
For some explicit drugs. Yeah.
Oh my God.
All righty. Thanks everyone for being here. This has been yet another production of the True Crime Squad.
Bye, everybody.
Join the Super Squad, bonus laughs, deeper clues, same sharp sleuths, just extra clues.